would you guys be interested in subscription Beat Saber? Because that's what this is. This is a puppy on a treadmill. No, this is Supernatural, available on Quest. A really compelling and I think quite it's a challenging kind of business proposal. Would you be willing to pay $19? That's basically $20 or £15 a month for an exercise app. Now, bear with me for a moment. So Supernatural is a complete and connected fitness service for VR. That's how they tagged this. But these are the things that might get you interested. Okay, first off, a new 20 to 30 minute workout every day, expert coaching from real trainers, music from world popular artists, and workouts set in beautiful destinations, with a free trial for 30 days to check it out. If you're interested in Beat Saber with bats and balls instead of sabers and blocks, I think this is actually, although I'm very anti-subscriptions, I think this weird name for it, Supernatural, I think it's maybe for me as well. It's one of those things where if you were paying a gym subscription and all of a sudden you did this, if they keep up the content, it's very expensive, but yeah. What do you guys think?
I completely understand why the community are like, get rid of this, I understand. Because
it's been very divisive.
$20 a month is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
And if you're spending that on a gym membership, you got to remember that at a gym, you can work out like every part of your body. You can do different weights. You've got like trainers there, you've got showers, you've got maybe a swimming pool at your gym. This is something that you're going to do always at home, and I get it. I like the idea, but I just think it's just too much money right now. I think they should have stripped this back
half the price.
If they'd done $5 a month, I think it would have been a really interesting concept, and I think it would have been an easier sell. And the thing is, they're justifying it by saying, well, we want all these artists involved and we want this high level of quality. But you're delivering something that no one ever asked for.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you should have tested the market first, because 95% of
But do you think they bought Beat Saber? Do you think they bought Beat Games so that they could put this out? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But no, I do find it really compelling, because I was thinking about it and I'm like, okay, right now you can't go to the gym. Interesting. Yeah. So that's why, again, another app that's really well timed, I think. And the second thing is, actually, if you're traveling, if you're a globetrotter and you can't have a gym, then you can bring your Quest with you on the plane. When planes fly again, but you can bring it with you. It's the gym that travels with you. And for people like my wife who use the Quest primarily as an exercise machine, I think there's a compelling corner here. But like you say, price
I disagree with that, and I'll explain why. First off, I think the price is ridiculous. I don't think a subscription model for this kind of stuff works at this point at all. Yeah. Second off, they're advertising this as a replacement of the gym. Just like Mike just said, it is not a replacement of the gym. I don't know where they get this from, but what I've seen in the advertisement, it doesn't look anything like anything you would do at the gym. If you want to lose a few kilos, sure, you can probably do that with this app, but you can also do that if you just buy a pistol whip and you play that for an hour every day.
That's the problem.
Play Beat Saber for an hour every day. You'll have the same amount of exercise than what I've seen in this app. And I don't think that at this point in time, any virtual reality game can replace, or a virtual reality experience can replace an entire gym. Yeah. If you want to get fit, you need to go to the gym, or you need to go and do something else outside. You don't go and play virtual reality games. You might get a better health, and I'm not saying it's not healthy, and you probably can lose some kilos and that kind of stuff by playing a lot of VR games, but it's not going to replace a gym. So the entire thing of we need a subscription model, because it replaces the gym.
But okay, but you're saying replace the gym. Like, what if you're I hate gyms. I would not go to a gym. I used to do climbing wall. That was as far as I was going to go. I was not going to do gym equipment. It's repetitive. It's boring. Like, if you're someone who exercises and is willing to exercise with VR, I think the point that you mentioned about there's other apps that are fixed price.
Yeah, why not
that you can keep
Beat Saber?
Yeah, why not buy 5 of 10 different apps, right? Yeah. And do that instead of this.
And probably more fun.
But if it's different every day, that's the thing. Can they keep this going is my question. If they don't sell enough, like Mike's point.
But when do you get bored of playing Beat Saber? Or when do you get Or
you do. Well, you do. You do, because that's why people went and got new music and injected.
I'll say something quickly. Like, so I will condone any app that promotes anyone to move around and be active in VR. Like, I think it's great. You know, people losing weight in VR, I think is an amazing thing. But I think that Beat Saber and Pistol Whip, you know, when you integrate You're into that, which is free via SideQuest, which can track all your calories, you know, has a mobile app, has a watch app even.
Good point.
It does all that for free, and you're just paying the one-off price of the game or any additional DLC for like music tracks. But I just think it's too early for such an expensive subscription model. And I do admire what they've got, you know, planned here, but I just think that no one's really asking for this or wanted this yet.
Wait, what about Nathan's favorite exercise app? Half-Life Alyx exercise has there's certainly a mod for that.
It can be a very good exercise, but as Rowdy said, like every VR game, if you really get into it, you can. But you know, at a gym, you can train all body parts, and in this one, it's still specific because you do certain moves, and that's it. But what I want to say about this application is that what I thought is very interesting about it is that you have a coach that, you know, excites you to work out. And if someone could build an entire, you know, experience around that, that would be fun. But what Rowdy says, you know, the price too expensive. They are very confident, apparently. They think that the content they offer is enough to keep people going. It could, you know, shoot back into their face, just like with Space Junkies, you know, where the price was so high, and then that can, have the launch, you know, bring the launch in trouble. But what blows my mind the most, the first time I saw this popping up on the internet, is that yes, this game looks like Beat Saber, and it pretty much plays like Beat Saber with some new elements to it. But how the freaking heck did this get approved on the store with Facebook just buying Beat games?
But that's why I'm saying.
And then it's on there. Like how?
Yeah.
How did they pull it
I'll
off?
tell you how.
They paid them a lot of money.
I'll tell you how. I don't think it's a money changing hands thing. I think it is a California culture thing. Because if anyone knows like the Bay Area and stuff, people are like fitness nuts. And so to have an app like this feed that, I don't think if you had like the headquarters of VR out of Beijing, London, anywhere else, I don't think this would have floated. I don't think so. But I'd be really interested in Beat Game's response to this.
The thing is, like, all our arguments about this game is kind of a moot point anyway, because we can't actually play this game.
No, that's true.
It's only available in US and Canada. So all us Europeans and those in the UK are screwed anyway. We're locked out of this game. And apparently it's due to music licensing. So
it's just like marketing-wise, this confused me so much, just so much. I was first like, where is this coming from? What is this? This looks like something I know that is very popular. And then suddenly people talk about, no, but this is totally different. Then like the entire like enterprise community in the VR scene loves it. But then the consumer side of things is like, what the heck is this on our store? So it's like all these different like scenes clashing together, saying like, yeah, but this is bad, and others say like, yeah, you really need to try it, and then you will understand why you have to pay those $20. I can't even try it right now, so I can't tell you if it's actually good or not.
So one thing we can try, being where we live, is we can try the tutorial, but we can't try any.
Which is supposed to be really good, actually. I heard in the comments in Oculus Home, that was one of the things I decided against quoting it, but they were really positive about the tutorial for some reason. So I'm glad that you mentioned it's playable, so we can actually chew into something.
We should try it and talk about it again.
You know what would be funny if we all get like a free subscription and we all try it and we absolutely love it. We're like raving at it here, like dogging it.
It's happened before. We have U-turned on things before. It can happen. But
as I said, like there are always, you know, certain mechanics in every game, every experience that, you know, lead to something new. And as I said, that coach part, that intrigues me, and I'm interested in that because I'm someone. Just look at me. Just look at me. It's like I'm not ready working out if I have to. Okay, but if I have someone saying like, "Come on, dude," like you can do it.
But the social side. Yeah,
so
like I'm the same way. I'm spaghetti arms. Don't worry, it's okay. We got two of us here.
But my point is that instead of going and getting like, you know, Rond or whatever from the well-established brand that does yoga, you know, and is all this like big high flyer in the fitness world, just get some random coach to give like the commentary at the beginning and offer it as a free thing and phase people in. Don't get people to pay for the premium stuff straight out the bat.
But they did that with the VR gyms anyway. You remember like Black Box and stuff. Like they're like, we want to give them we want to emulate the VR experience. Like people tend, and I see this in a lot of the in this space because it's bleeding edge tech. Oftentimes you see entrepreneurs like go the whole hog. They're like, we're gonna pitch to go the whole mile.
So this application came from within VR, right?
Within, yeah.
And within, what did they make before? I'm not completely up to date.
Unlimited.
They have done some other stuff too. So maybe their background also explains their way of doing this now. Because as I said before, they are very confident. They think it works. They're not just putting the subscription on there and think like, it's too expensive. No one is going to do it. Apparently, they see the chance that this is going to work. And we're not a month in yet, so we don't know what is going to happen, but it's hard to keep content up, because it's a lot of money. That's like a VIP subscription, so you need to offer a lot of stuff.
Let me ask you guys, what subscriptions do you actually pay for now?
Subscriptions?
Netflix.
Yeah. Apart from your premium subscriptions
Google Play Music.
to Gornhub.
It's free this month.
It's free.
I pay for the multiplayer add-on to PSVR, which I probably shouldn't. That's probably one of the annual subscription you pay for that. I don't pay for the same for Switch, which is really weird because I play Switch way more.
But you pay for an added service, right? That's what you pay for, because you don't have access to that in any other way. But I still don't see this app as delivering something that I couldn't do in a probably easier and cheaper way in something else.
Why don't they pivot it? Like I think it would be smart for them to pivot this and basically say your only entry isn't subscription. You could have, like, for instance, make the base app free. Give them one thing a month, right? Out of the 30 you're generating. And then people get a taster, and they actually can keep coming back and be like, have a couple of tastes of it, and then they're like, oh, I'm bought in. Because that's the thing. In those 30 days, irrespective of the geographical lockout, in those 30 days, you need to convince me to pay for your subscription.
Yeah, well, that's what they think is going to work.
Yeah, but look, this business. If this is going to work, now is the time. If this is going to work, if Supernatural is going to take off, this is the perfect petri dish for this experiment. And the kind of time better.
I just want to share this comment from the chat that someone made a really great observation. They said the great thing about Netflix is you can share it with multiple users taking advantage of one subscription. So does that mean that if one of us gets a subscription, we can share it together?
It's funny though. Like I've never heard us being so triggered about
1 year
that is like a fitness app. But I do think we should try the tutorial and come back to this. I would love to try the full version too, but I'm not gonna get into VPNs to do this.
I'm not gonna do a VPN. No.
And I'm also not gonna pay $20 to find out what the next content is gonna be. But
I have a VPN.
I am curious.
I can share with you, Nathan.
You share with all of us.
Oh, your VPN. Oh, you want to share?
We'll share a VPN subscription as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna just when I come back, it's like this buffed up dude. It's like,
jacked.
I played Supernatural. You really?
I hate it.
Yeah. It's really weird. Why only one arm? Anyway, okay, let's go.
Yeah, and I can also watch all the American Netflix now because I got a VPN.
No, but I think what we're gonna see is a drop in price. Maybe to go first for like maybe $15 and then $10. But subscription stuff in VR is a very unknown territory. So you got to salute them for trying. And they will have data to find out what's going to happen. But again, what blows my mind is that this app can just exist next to Beat Saber on the Oculus Quest. I cannot believe my eyeballs that this is happening. That you can just
that's weird.
Kind of copy paste Beat Saber to a certain degree. It has its own unique features, but it's still looking like Beat Saber, and in the core, it plays like Beat Saber.
Yeah.
And especially then Oculus just approving that.
Especially when Oculus previously said that they would reject apps that were too similar to apps that were already installed.
Yeah, that's
Something happened.
We have actually, if the developers are listening, a great idea from the chat still, before I let Sim continue, is El Bagdol Wonk says, the LSD game and this should get together. They should call it Fitness Trip.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Who wouldn't pay for that? Maybe you get bags of stuff coming to your front door, only in certain geographic. Anyway.
Okay.
This is nuts.
Well, to be continued.
To be continued. Yes, please.
Wow,
Let's
triggered.
move on.